We're going to start our Hall of Fame, my Baseball Hall of Fame. Come on in this room. Got 298 former players and managers at the Hall of Fame. Come in here with the New York Giants, New York Gothams. I'm going to name you all 298 players and their nicknames. Not going to spend a whole lot of time on each one. We're going to start out with Monte Irvin, Mr. Murder. Travis Jackson, Stonewall. Tim Keefe, Sir Timothy. Fred Lindstrom, Lindy. Mickey Welch, Smiling Mickey. Jim O'Rourke, Orientator. Buck Ewing. Roger Connor. George Davis, Gorgeous George. Christy Matheson, Big Six. Roger Brisherson, the Duke of Tralee. Rube Marqueld. Amos Rossi, the Hoosier Thunderbolt. George Kelly, High Pockets. Ross Young, Pep. Carl Hubble, the Meal Ticket. Mel Lott, Master Melvin. Let me get on around here. Our spaces are major problem. All right, Bill Terry, Memphis Bill. John McGraw, Little Napoleon. Joe McGinnity, the Iron Man. Frankie Frisch, the Fordham Flash. John Montgomery Ward. That finishes off the New York Gothams and Giants. And then the Dodgers. We got the Brooklyn Dodgers and the Los Angeles Dodgers. We're going to start out with Roy Campanelli, Campy. Duke Snyder, the Silver Fox. Pee Wee Reese, the Little Colonial. Jackie Robertson. Don Drysdale, Big D. Sandy Koufax. Don Sutton, Black and Decker. Walter Alston, Old Smoky. Wilbert Robertson, Uncle Robbie. Tom Lasorda. Joe Medwick, Ducky. I got Heinie Manusse in the 1937 Brooklyn team that did the green for 1 year. Zach Wheat, Buck. Burleigh Grimes, Old Stubblebeard. Dazzy Vance. Gil Hodges, the Human Vacuum Cleaner. Okay, that finishes off the Dodgers. And we've got, starting with the Tigers, Ty Cobb, the Georgia Peach. Charlie Gehringer, the Mechanical Man. Hank Greensburg, Hammer and Hank. Al Kaline, Mr. Tiger. Got Alan Trammell. Jack Morris. Cy Young. Bobby Dorr. Ted Williams, the Kid. Carl Yastrzemski. Jim Rice. And David Ortiz, Big Poppy. Come on around. Getting through. It's a little tough. All right, there's a better shot of Big Poppy. Got Frank Chance, the Peerless Leader. Mordecai Brown, Three Fingers. Joe Tinkers. Get through here. Johnny Evers, the Human Crab. Ron Santo. Fergie Jenkinson, Fly. Ernie Banks, Mr. Cub. Lee Smith. And Ryan Sandberg, Rhino. And behind me here is Billy Herman. Billy Williams, Sweet Swingin'. Hack Wilson. And behind me here was Dan Brothers, Big Dan. Got Deacon White and Sam Thompson. They were all part of the Detroit Wolverines before they were the Tigers. Gabby Harnett, Old Tomato Face. Two legend managers, Sparky Anderson, Captain Hook, and Leo the Lip DeRocher. Come on around here, we got Kai Kai Kohler, Rick Farrell, my space is a problem, Harry Hoop, Joe Cronin, Jimmy Collins, and let's see if I can get around here. The first one's going to be Hal Nooshauser, Prince Hal. If I can get around here to him. Hal Nooshauser, very tight. Sam Crawford, Wahoo. We got Harry Howman, the Slug. That finishes off that room. And let's come into the Giants and the Browns room. Start out with Say Hey Kid, Willie Mays. Juan Marinchel, the Dominican Dandy. Willie McCovey, Stretch. Bobby Wallace. George Sisler, Gorgeous George. Satchel Paige. Rube Waddell, the Lunatic Lefty. And Jesse Burkett, the Crab. That finishes off that room. And we're coming in here to the Braves room. And let's get started right through here with Tom Glavine and Bobby Cox. Greg Maddux, Mad Dog. John Smoltzy. Get through here. Larry Chipper Jones. Phil Necro Nutsy. Holt Winningham. Hank Aaron, Hammer and Hank. And Eddie Matthews and Warren Spahn, Hooks. Two legend Milwaukee Braves. The Boston Braves, Rabbit Moranville. Before they were the Boston Braves, are the Boston Bean Eaters. We've got Hall of Famers Mike King Kelly, Frank Salee, Kid Nichols, Charles Rasborn, Old Hoss. And back there we've got Hugh Duffy, Sir Hugh, and Tommy McCarthy. And my only Florida Marlins, I have Jim Leland, Yvonne Rodriguez, Pudge, Adrian Beltre, Vladimir Guerrero, Super Vlad, George Brett, Trevor Hoffman, Tony Gwynn, Mr. Padre, Dave Winfield, Winnie, Roy Doc Holliday, Fred McGriff, Crime Dog, Wade Boggs, Chicken Man, and Randy Johnson, the Big Unit. Great history right here. The Philadelphia Athletics, starting out with Connie Mack, manager, Mr. Baseball, Gettysburg Eddie Plank, Jimmy Fox, the Beast, Lefty Grove, Al Simmons, Bucketfoot Al, Chief Bender, Nat Lajoie, the Frenchman, Frank Home Run Baker, and Mickey Cochran. Another Legends Team Expos, Montreal Expos, starting out with Gary Carter, the Kid, Andre Dawson, the Hawk, Tim Raines, Rock. Got a couple Rockies, Colorado Rockies, Larry Walker, and Todd Helton. Two legend Milwaukee Brewers, Robin Yount and Paul Molitor. We got Pud Galvin, the Buffalo Bisons, the little steam engine. All right, come around here. We got Ken Griffey Jr., the Kid, and Edgar Martinez. All right, finishes off that room. This is the Yankee room. We'll start out with two legend managers, Joe McCarthy and Miller Huggins, matey mate. Lou Gehrig, Iron Horse. Whitey Ford, the chairman of the board. Babe Ruth, the Sultan of SWAT. Early Coombs, the Kentucky Colonial. Lefty Gomez and Red Ruffin. Two legend catchers for the Yankees, Yogi Berra and Bill Dickey. Willie Keeler, Wee Willie. Derek Jeter, Captain Clutch. Phil Rizzuto, Scooter. Jack Crespo, Happy Jack. Get through here. Wyatt Holt, Schoolboy. Ronnie Rivera and Joe DiMaggio, the Yankee Clipper. Good history of Joe DiMaggio. Along with Mickey Mantle. Mickey Mantle, the Mick. Tony Push 'em Up Lazaria, Joe Flash Gordon, and Herm Pidnick. And Joe Torre. And last but not least, Casey Stengel, the old professor. Let me get to him. Casey Stengel, the old professor, Yankee manager. Right behind me, the New York Mets, Tom Terrific Seaver, Pedro Martinez, Mike Piazza, Roberto Alomar, Robbie. The Chicago White Sox, getting through here is tough. We'll start out with Red Faber, Luke Applin, Cap Aniston, Pop, Luis Aparicio, Little Louie, Goose Gossage, Carlton Fisk, Harold Baines, Nellie Fox, Foxy, Eddie Collins, Cocky, Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt, Ed Walsh, Big Ed, Ray Shalaf, Cracker, and Minnie Minosa. And behind me here is Ted Lyons, Sunday Teddy. Finishes off the White Sox. And start out here with the Orioles. George Kell, Brooks Robertson, the Human Vacuum Cleaner, Jim Palmer, Cakes, Cal Ripken Jr., the Iron Man, Eddie Murray, Steady Eddie. Quick Oriole history. Barry Larkin, Frank Robinson, Johnny Bench, the Little General, Tony Perez, Joe Kelly, Jim Bottomley, Sonny Jim, Ed Roush, Epi Rixey, Ernie Labardio, Snooze, Tony Olivia, Kirby Puckett, Puck, Harmon Killebrew, Killer, Joe Meyer, and Rod Carew. Getting through here is tough. Richie Ashburn, Whitey, and Robin Roberts. We got Big Ed DeHannity and Dave Bancorf. And let me get through here. And legend Cincinnati manager Foxy, Ned Hanlon. Bill McKinney and Bid McAfee. Old legends. Start out here with Jim Tomby. Mike Smith, Smitty. Steve Carlton, Lefty. Jim Bunning. Chuck Klein, the Hoosier Hammer, Mike Messina, Hugh Jennings, y'all, and Earl Weaver. That finishes off this room. And we're coming in here to the Senators, Cardinals, and the A's. Start out here with Jim Kitty Cott, Goose Goslin, Sam Rice, Early Wynn, Gus, Walter Johnson, the Big Train, Raleigh Fingers, Jim Catfish Hunter, Reggie Jackson, Mr. October, Scott Rowland, Jake Beckley, Old Eagle Eye, Chick Haffey, Jesse Haynes, Pop, Dizzy Dean, Country Enos Slaughter, Grover Cleveland Alexander, Old Pete, Al Red Shadandes, Bruce Sutter, Ozzie Smith, the Wizard, Stan the Man Musial, Ted Simmons, Bob Gibson, Gibby, Johnny Mize, the Big Cat, Rogers Hornsby, Raja, Orlando Cepeda, Baby Bull. And behind me here we have two legends, base stealers from Ricky Henderson and Lou Brock. Not the best angle. Dick Williams, Bucky Harris, Whitey Herzog, Billy Southworth, and Tony La Russa. Okay, come down here to the Pirates and the Indians and the Astros. We're going to start out with a Billy Hamilton, Kansas City Cowboys. Fred Clark, Honest Wagner, Flying Dutchman, Vic Willis, Pie Trainer, Max Carey, Scoops, Archie Vaughn, Lloyd Wainer, Little Poison, Paul Wainer, Big Poison. Get around. Ralph Kiner, Bill Mazeroski, Maz, Roberto Clemente, Willie Sturgill, Pops, Burt Bylevin, the Frying Dutchman, Gaylord Perry, Dennis Eckersley, Eck, Larry Doby, Bob Feller, Rapid Robert, or the Heater from Anita, Joel Sewell, Earl Averill, Tri Speaker, the Gray Eagle, Stan Konvalesky, the Big Pole, Elmer Flick, Addie Josh, the Human Hairpin, John Clarkston, Joe Morgan, Little Joe, Nolan Ryan, the Ryan Express, Jeff Bagwell, Craig Biggio, Killer Bees, Al Lopez, Lou Bordeaux, and Bob Lemon finishes off this room. The last room we have is our 28 Negro League guys. And here we go. Leon Day, Judy Johnson, Hilton Smith, Turkey Stearns, Bullet Rogan, Rube Foster, Billy Foster, Ray Brown, Willard Brown, Andy Cooper, Oscar Charleston, Ray Dandridge, Martin Diego, Frank Grant, Pete Hill, Buck Leonard, Biz Mackey, Jose Menendez, Mule Suttles, Luis Santop, and Josh Gibson. Josh Gibson, Cool Papa Bell, John Pop Lloyd, Ben Taylor, Cristobal Torrentini, and Judd Wilson, Willie Wells, last but not least, let me get to a good angle, Smokey Joe Williams. And that finalizes completely.